Here is a mistake quietly draining money from diesel drivers across the country, and most have no idea it is happening. It is not about running tires too low. It is about misunderstanding what those pressure numbers mean and when to adjust them. There is a massive amount of bad information out there, and some of it sounds completely reasonable. Follow the wrong advice, and you will end up with uneven tire wear, degraded handling, and real safety risks. So let us cut through the noise and cover what actually matters for diesel owners. Start with that sticker on your door jamb. That number is not a rough estimate. It is the result of extensive engineering and testing specific to your vehicle. The engineers ran your truck or SUV through thousands of miles of evaluation, accounting for weight distribution, suspension setup, and handling characteristics. They landed on a pressure figure that delivers the best balance of tire life, fuel economy, ride quality, and safety under normal conditions. For most diesel passenger vehicles, SUVs, and light trucks, that number typically falls between 30 and 38 psi. For everyday driving with average loads, that is exactly where you want to be. Here is where diesel owners need to pay close attention. Your vehicle is heavier than its gas-powered equivalent. That diesel engine adds significant mass. If you are driving a turbo diesel SUV, you could be carrying an extra 400 to 600 pounds up front compared to the gas version. That weight difference is real, but engineers already accounted for it when setting the door sticker number. They factored in your diesel's mass from the very start. What actually changes the equation is not the engine, it is the load you are carrying. This is where many diesel owners get confused. When you are hauling cargo, towing a trailer, or filling every seat with passengers and gear, you need to raise tire pressure above the door sticker baseline. More weight demands more pressure. Many vehicles list two figures on that sticker, one for normal load and one for maximum load. If yours does, pay attention to both. When towing heavy or running a full bed, move to that higher number or slightly beyond it. If your sticker shows only one figure, add 3 to 5 SI. When carrying serious weight or pulling a trailer, check your owner's manual for specific guidance, since some manufacturers recommend more. This is the opposite of what some people claim online. They will tell you the door sticker is designed for maximum load and you should run higher pressure for everyday driving. That is completely backwards. The door sticker is your normal use baseline. You go up from there when you add weight, not the other way around. Now let us talk about tire wear patterns, because this area is full of misunderstanding. If tires are wearing faster along the outer edges than in the center, that can point to underinflation, but it can also mean you have an alignment issue, a worn suspension part, or a habit of aggressive cornering. One wear pattern does not tell the whole story. If the center of your tread wears faster than the edges, that is typically overinflation. You are running more pressure than the load requires. Consistent, even wear across the entire tread is what you want. That tells you pressure is properly matched to how you are using the vehicle. Tire wear is never purely a pressure issue. Alignment plays a huge role. Even a minor alignment error produces uneven wear, regardless of how correct your pressure is. Rotate your tires every 5,000 to 7,000 miles to promote even wear. If you are seeing uneven wear, do not immediately blame pressure. Get alignment checked. Confirm you are rotating on schedule, and honestly evaluate your driving habits. Fuel economy comes up constantly here. Yes, tire pressure affects it. Underinflated tires create more rolling resistance, forcing your engine to work harder and burn more fuel. But the gains from correct pressure are modest. Going from significantly underinflated to the proper pressure might improve fuel economy by 2 to 3%. Running above the recommendation might squeeze out another 0.5%, but you sacrifice traction, ride comfort, and risk accelerated center tread wear. For diesel owners, the bigger fuel economy gains come from engine maintenance, smooth driving habits, and eliminating unnecessary weight you carry every day. Those things matter far more than pushing extra psi beyond the manufacturer's recommendation. What genuinely matters is consistency and awareness. Check tire pressure at least once a month. Always do it cold, meaning first thing in the morning before driving. Tires heat up during use, and that raises pressure artificially, making a warm reading misleadingly high. Use a quality digital gauge. Those cheap pencil-style gauges at gas stations are notoriously unreliable. Spend $15 to $20 on a solid digital model and keep it in your vehicle. Adjust for seasonal temperature changes. For every 10-degree Fahrenheit drop in temperature, you lose about 1 psi. As fall moves into winter, check pressures more often. And do not rely on your TPM's light as a maintenance reminder. That system is an emergency alert. It only activates when pressure drops roughly 25% below the recommended level. If your door sticker calls for 35 psi, that light will not come on until you are down around 26 or 27 psi. By that point, you have been running low for a considerable stretch of time. There are 3 main causes of premature tire wear on diesel vehicles. First is towing or hauling without adjusting pressure upward. When tires support more weight than they are built for, sidewalls flex excessively, heat accumulates, and wear accelerates fast. Second is alignment neglect. Diesel trucks and SUVs see rough use. A hard pothole, a clipped curb, or off-road driving can knock your alignment out of spec. Get it checked annually or immediately if you notice pulling or uneven wear. Third is failing to check pressure regularly. Tires naturally lose around 1 psi per month. Ignore them for 6 months, and you could be running 5 or 6 psi low without knowing it. One more note for diesel truck owners who have modified their vehicles. If you have lifted your truck, changed wheel sizes, or added meaningful weight through accessories and aftermarket parts, the original door sticker may no longer apply. Consult a tire specialist who can calculate the right pressure for your modified setup. The same goes if you have moved to different load range tires. The sidewall shows the maximum pressure that tire can handle. But finding the optimal pressure for your use requires professional input. That maximum sidewall number is a ceiling, not a target. Running at or near it risks blowouts, especially as tires heat up at highway speeds. You should never need to approach that figure unless you are hauling extremely heavy loads within the tire's rated capacity. Here is a practical example. Diesel SUV door sticker says 35 psi. For daily commuting and road trips, you run 35. Loading up for a family vacation with 5 passengers and full cargo, bump it to 38 or 40. Back home and unloaded, drop it to 35. For a diesel pickup running 35 front and rear normally, with a maximum load spec of 45 rear. When hauling gravel or towing a camper, raise the rears to 45 or 48, based on weight. Once unloaded, bring them back to 35. That is proper tire pressure management. Follow your manufacturer's recommendation for normal driving. Increase when loaded or towing. Check monthly. Watch your wear patterns and address alignment issues before they get expensive. Those habits will do more for tire life, fuel economy, and safety than any shortcut you will ever find online.